Hey everyone, just wanted to show off a new gun I got. I've had it for probably close to a month now. It is the infamous SIG 365. I got my hands on one purely because I work at a gun shop. It came in, a few of them came in, and a lot of the employees bought them before they hit the shelves. So sorry if you were one of those people that we couldn't get them to. But I bought this after the fix, after the recall. SIG released these, and I have not had any single problems with it. But before that, we'll safety check it. No rounds in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. So yes, let's talk about the magazine because that's what it's around. This is the flush magazine, and this is the extended magazine that they both come with. They're two 10-round magazines. This one, the only difference is the pinky groove or the pinky extension. And I've got pretty large hands, and I still my pinky gets about right there, but it's more comfortable for me to hold it underneath anyway. I shoot a lot of small guns, and that's just more comfortable I'm with. But I'm going to take apart the magazine here, and I'll show you what it is made out of, because that is my most interest in. Alright guys, so I'm going to take apart the magazine here. I just got a Leatherman, and they take apart just like any other magazine. Got your base plate, and the this might need to come out with it, and your magazine, and then the fowler. So whoops, so I took this apart, and look at the front of it. The two coils in the bottom are wider, and then the top 4 or 5 coils are narrower. So when this thing sits in the magazine, because if you look how far down that 10-round magazine witness hole is. It's literally like 3/4 of an inch, 5/8 of an inch away from the bottom of the magazine. And you got a follower on top of that. So your follower is a good, 3/8, half inch. So you're talking rounds way down there, and all this spring is compressed in like 1/4 inch of a distance. So obviously this spring will, these will compress and go inside of here, and there's even a milled out section on the base plate where the spring sits inside of. So that this gun was designed around a magazine. The magazine was designed first, and then the gun around it. And some people hate that. I worked with a guy who absolutely thought, I'm not even going to touch that gun because that's the wrong way to design a gun. Well, some cars are designed around an engine, some houses are designed around a garage, and they still work out. So yes, you can design a gun around a magazine, in my opinion. So it's just a cool way. The spring is really the selling point, because how it folds inside of itself, and it can compress so much. And then the magazine body. So this isn't a double stack, it's not a single stack, it's technically a 1.5 stack if you were to put it. So they cross over a little bit, they taper down, but it's just the way they designed it. I think they knocked it out of the park. Some people hate this gun. I absolutely love it. I have had no malfunctions with mine. The only problem I've ever had with this gun is, again, I've got big hands, and we did safety check it, is I like to ride the slide release. So I think this happened, 2 or 3 times where I shot and it didn't lock back on the last shot. It closed. And that was purely my grip. And I know it was because I purposely held my thumb out the next few magazines and it didn't do it. I really do tend to ride that magazine slide release, excuse me. And that's what happened there. Other than that, the gun, this is a flush mount. So, I mean, it's small for me, but the extended magazine, I can squeeze my pinky on there if I really choke up on it, but sometimes it's just more comfortable for me to hold it like that. So I can really fix it on there. Other than that, the trigger is really, it's empty. No mag. The trigger is really similar to a 320. I compete with a 320 in USPSA matches, It is very similar. It's got the same amount of trigger pull, the same breaking point. It's very reminiscent of the 320. So I'll show you. There's a little slop right there. You push, 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 and then you feel a wall, and then it breaks. The reset, about 1/8 of an inch. And then you break it again. So I love the trigger. It's not a very definite crisp wall, but it's good. It's nice and light. The sights are phenomenal. They come with the X-ray sights right out of the box, and they glow really good. You can see there. The tritium's very nice in them. Even in broad daylight, you got a like nice luminescent painted circle around that. The sights really do pop out. They just jump at you. It's like there's a little powered light bulb in those things. Those are very, very bright sights. They do offer a 12-round magazine that comes down about 1/2 inch. I'm gonna need to get one of those. The problem with that is they are so popular, just like the gun. I haven't found them in stock anywhere. So I'll take it down for you. It's just like any normal gun. It's got a double captured recoil spring. I'm gonna get all greasy. I haven't cleaned this yet. I've got 225 rounds through it. I haven't cleaned it yet, so I should probably get on that. But you know, it's your typical striker fired gun. There's nothing special about it really, except for the size. It's an inch width overall, which you know it's an 1/8 of an inch thicker than your shields. It's a little thicker than your Glocks. Function check it. I don't have much guns to compare it to, but I will compare it to a full-size 9mm. That's the only thing I have. So I have this HK, no mag in there, and it's empty. So this is the VP9. So we're gonna look here. Obviously, this is a true double stack magazine, and you can see how thinner the magwell is. It's a good, I don't know, 1/8 inch, 3/16 of an inch. But and you know, this is probably 1 1/8. This is inch right on. And the slide, you're talking a good 1.25 inches in distance in length. This is a 3-inch barrel. It's got front and rear cocking serration, so for press checks, it's really nice. I really like that. A lot of little guns you don't see that on. I'm glad they put that on there. It's not too aggressive, and it's not as little of aggressive. It's just the perfect amount. You can grab it and you can rack your slide, check it, whatever you need to do. It is a little snappy little gun. Obviously, this being a full-size gun, you got more mass, you got more recoil or more recoil absorption there. So this is going to kick way less than this SIG. I'll show some video of me shooting this gun. And I shot 2 types of ammo. I shot Remington UMC brass, and then I shot Blazer brass. The Blazer brass threw quite a nice fireball. I was pretty impressed. We did some slow-mo, and it shot, you know, 6-7 inch fireball, probably 4 or 5 inches in diameter. And it was a little, you could definitely tell a recoil difference. Other than that, I love the grip texture. It's laser etched. I sell guns all day, and the most common gun I sell is a Shield. And the 2.0s, they are just way too aggressive for me. It's like 60 grit sandpaper rubbing on your hands. It's just too much. This is just right. I love this grip. It's a phenomenal texture. It's not too much, and it's not too little, and it's in the right spots. They did relieve this trigger guard, so your finger fits real nice in there. Whoops, I just dropped that. The magazine release, it's a little small. You kind of got to wrap your finger around it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of at this angle. It's not straight on with the grip. It's kind of at an angle. I wish that was a little bigger, because I do find myself kind of having to not really reach, but like angle my thumb down more. You know, I could just on normal guns I can hit it like that, but this one you kind of got to bend and push into it. That's really my only gripe about it, but at the end of the day, I can live with that. The controls are not too protruding, you know, they're about, you know, I don't know, 3/32 outside of the frame, so they're not, it's a very streamlined gun because I have a We the People holster that I got for this gun, and I love it. You know, just one less notch in your belt, and it fits right inside the waistband. The trigger is metal. I did notice when I shot 200 rounds right off the bat, no brakes, and the trigger actually got warm. You know, most guns like this VP9, it's a polymer trigger. It's not, and you got a farther distance away from the barrel, and the trigger doesn't get warm. On this guy, this is a metal trigger, and it's closer to the barrel, and the trigger actually got warm, which I found pretty interesting. So I just thought I'd comment about that. But other than that, I love this gun. I highly recommend it. Oh, the rail. So this is a SIG proprietary rail. They just released the, I forget what they call the laser and the light combo, but the SIG Optics team is developing a rail system or a lighting system for this, and it is proprietary to SIG. So your stream lights, they will not fit on there. It's not your standard Picatinny rail. That sucks, but on SIG's part, that's smart. It's making them more money, you know. And it is a phenomenal gun. I love this gun. I recommend it to everyone that comes in the store. They say, you know, I'm looking for a carry gun, a 9mm. I want it to be small. I want it to easily conceal, but I also want to shoot it at the range. And I said, have you heard of the SIG 365? And they're like, yo, yeah, I can't. I love one, but I can't get my hands on one. And then some of them don't know about it, and I tell them everything about it that I know, and they go home and order one online. That's the best way to get one right now. But it is an awesome gun. I love it. I can't say anything more about it, but it's a great gun. And if you're looking in the market for a good carry gun, this is the ticket. 10+1 minimum, 12+1 optional, and it's 1/8 of an inch thicker than the Shield, which, and in my opinion, it's smaller. The Shield's a little bit longer, a little bit taller. So I think this is a winner from SIG. I think they did an awesome job. I think Smith, Glock, Kimber, they got their money running for them now. I bet those engineers are just scrambling to come up with a competitor for this. You know, you look at the 43, and you only have 6+1 rounds. The Smith, the Shield, you only got 8+1. Yeah, it's a little bigger than the 43, but this is just a home run for SIG. I'm a huge fan of it. I got a buddy that I work with. He carries the 42. He loves that. And, you know, that's even smaller than this. But that's a 380. And if I were to carry a 380, I'd probably go that route or an LCP. But I wanted a carry gun that I could also carry and enjoyably shoot at the range, and this fits the bill just right. So I won't talk your guys' heads off, but it's a great gun. I'll throw in some video of me shooting it. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Take care.